shop today, and I've had people ask me about my different kinds of cameras and all. I figured I'd go through and show you the different kinds of cameras that I use, and I'm going to review a new camera I bought. If you remember, about a week ago I was out at the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta and run across a professional photographer, and he had this new kind of camera, and I was really intrigued with it. So I did a lot of research on it, and it's a P1000 by Nikon. It's a Nikon P1000. And I want to show you why I was so interested in this camera and why I bought it. For you that don't know, if you're new to this channel, I drive a semi around the country, and I do a vlog, a trucker vlog, just what I run across day to day driving down the highway. So I have to have some cameras. Well, the very first camera I bought was a GoPro, the GoPro 5 that just came out a couple years ago. So I went and bought it, and because that's what a lot of these other YouTubers were using, you know, they were just walking around with their GoPro like this. And I come to find out the GoPro doesn't have a very good microphone. So you have to buy an external, a little plug that goes in the side, and it's a little wire about that big. It's 50 bucks, and it just bugged me that I have to buy that little cord so I can put a microphone like this on top of it. So what I did, I thought, well, I'll use this for the dash cam. So this sits up on the dash right in front of me and shoots down the highway while I'm driving. All right, and I went out and bought, I wanted a better camera, so I went and bought a Canon 77D. And I put this shotgun micro on it, and it's a Road Pro VideoMicro, and works really good. Got a Gorilla Pod, and I just walk around like this talking on my YouTube stuff. So I do this when I'm talking, or maybe I'll take this off, and I'll just set that on the dash when I'm driving down the road talking, okay? So this is the machinery that I use, all right? The problem I have with it is day to day it's okay. You know, it works good. It's a really good camera, and the GoPro's got a beautiful picture on it. Everything's great, except when I go to do something like, for instance, the Balloon Fiesta. I want to walk around, I gotta carry this camera, okay? No problem. But it's only got an 18 to 55 kit lens on it. So I might want to have a bigger lens. So I'll bring this little thing, and it's a 55 to 250 telescope lens. And then maybe I need some wide angle stuff. Well, probably not when I'm walking around the Balloon Fiesta, but other nature stuff. I'm walking around in an area and I want a nice close-up of something. I've got a wide angle lens. And then I've got to carry the batteries, of course, okay? Then you got, I got a nifty 50, and I use that once in a while. And then I got this big old honker. This is a 150 to 700. It's a Tamron lens. It's an it's not a Canon lens, it's an aftermarket lens. And it works really good. All right, so what have I got here? I've got a $1,000 camera. It would come with a kit lens. It was right at 990 bucks, I think, when I bought it. This little lens here cost, I think, around $250, something like that. This one was $700 and something. I don't remember how much. And a $400, $399 for the GoPro. So I've got all these cameras, and if I want to go do something like the Balloon Fiesta, well, I carry this, and I got to carry this, and I got to carry that. Well, I better put it in a bag. Well, I carry this whole bag now. Probably not the whole bag. I'll carry this smaller bag, right? A little, almost like a fanny pack. You can throw it over your shoulder, you know, throw it over like this, or you can just put it around your waist and carry it like a fanny pack. And that's big enough to throw this lens in, and maybe a couple batteries, you know, things like this. But all the better I've got is a 250 zoom, okay? And if I want that shot, I gotta stop. I gotta take this lens off. I gotta take this lens and put that on there. And let's say it's windy and dusty, you have the chance of throwing dust and dirt inside of your camera body. Man, wouldn't it be nice if I could just buy one lens? One lens. Something like this. This is a 55 to 250. It's not good enough to hold up. Here, it's too close. I'd be zoomed in right on my face. All right, so this one won't work, but wouldn't it be nice if I could buy one lens, put it on this camera, and I could do all my close-up stuff, and I could turn around and I could zoom in on that mountain or that balloon that was up in the air or the bird over in a tree or whatever. And I look, you can't find one of these for a DSLR lens. You can't just, or the best one you can find ends up being a $2,000 lens. So When I was at the balloon fiesta, I run across, I think his name was Dean, run across him, and what kind of camera is that? I've never seen one of those before. I just ran across Dean here, and he's got a camera. I'm gonna have to get one of these. What kind is it?
Nikon Coolpix P1000.
A Nikon Coolpix P1000?
P1000.
Wow. And let me zoom in on here on his screen. Now, this is all the way up to what, 24?
24, yeah.
Get in here. All right, go ahead and zoom in. That's an optical zoom. That's not digital.
That's optical.
Holy crud. So what he shows me is a P1000. I'm going to do an unboxing real quick. Let me put some of this stuff away and I'll be right back with you. All right. Put all that stuff back in that big bag. And I got the box. This is the Nikon Coolpix P1000. And I'm going to open her up. This is the first time I open it. Check it all out. Let's see here, we got some paperwork and all that kind of stuff, warranty card and owner's manual, okay? And instruction booklet, I guess. What that's for bag. Strap, cable, cardboard box, I don't know what that is yet. It's a charging block, the camera battery, packing material, and that looks like about it. A bunch of extra cardboard in there. All right, here's the baby. Check this thing out. Where's it at? Come on. Oh yeah, look at this. Ain't that a honker? Now wait a minute, you're thinking, well, wait a minute. That's already a big rig. That's even bigger, all right? But this and all of this, or just this. So that's what I'm hoping. I don't know how well this is going to work. I'm going to try it out for a while. I'm probably going to keep this camera because I like the idea of it. But as far as just your day-to-day stuff, I'm thinking I might like this. Because when I get ready to go somewhere, all I got to do is have the battery charged up, stick it in there, and maybe put this Gorilla Pod on the bottom of it. So I can put this Gorilla Pod underneath here like this, so I got something to hold on to, and if I need to, I have a small tripod. But I can zoom in on stuff that's like on the other side of the planet. It's a 125 times zoom. And see right here, 125 times zoom. What that is, that's the equivalent of a 24 to 3000 zoom. I mean, it's just crazy zoom on this thing. So I'm gonna go fart around with it a little bit and see what I think of it. I've watched several reviews already on it and what it can do, and I'm very well impressed with this camera. So far, what I've seen, I got it in hand now. Let's go see what it'll do. Okay, we got her all charged up, put together here. I got it on my tripod. I wanted to set this up to where you can see the camera here that I'm holding. It's on a tripod right at the moment, but what I can do is I can take this camera and put it on that Gorilla Pod, and I can walk around with it like that. And this is at arm's length, and this is the shot that I get. So you can see I can use this for handheld vlogging. Not that I would every day, but if I want to go do something, I have the short distance, and let's see here, where's it at? Let's zoom out. We're going to start zooming and zooming and zooming. And this thing zooms all the way up to 3,000 millimeter. That's not really 3,000 millimeter. 3,000 millimeters out about here, okay? How do they get away with this in such a small body? Well, it's not a full-size sensor in the back. It's not even a medium-sized sensor. It's a 1.123 or something like that. Anyway, the sensor is about this big, okay? It's about that big. Whereas in the 77D, the sensor is about that big. So see the differences, okay? Because it has such a small sensor, there's geometry and all this kind of stuff involved with the lenses and everything. But if the 77D had a 3,000 millimeter lens the glass would be way out to here. I mean, it would be just way too big to even think about operating. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this thing around. I'm gonna zoom back out here. Where we at? I am not used to this camera yet. But right there is 24 millimeter. 24 millimeter for looking out across the pasture here. And I'm going to zoom in on my cows down here. Let's see what we got here. There's a couple of them. And see, it's hard to keep them in focus at that distance. But I'm at about, I'd say 600 feet, maybe 700 feet to the cows. So that gives you an idea how much this can zoom in. That's optical zoom too. If I wanted to zoom in even more, I can digital zoom. And here we go with the digital zoom. I can zoom right in to see. Earlier I zoomed in on them and you could see flies on their back at 500 yards, 700 yards. It was crazy. So zoom back out and find a focus here. Come on. There we are. But right there's 300 or 3,000, right about right there. And then it goes into digital. Okay. So anyway, with all that, I wanted to show you this to give you an idea how far this thing will reach out and touch somebody. And let's see, my neighbor over here. I'll zoom in on my neighbor's chimney. Where is he at? There it is. That house is over a half mile away. So that gives you an idea how far this thing can zoom in. Those trees, right yonder, come on, where they at? Get out of here, fly. Bother me. Right. That bush right there, that's the top of a tree. That's about halfway in between the house and here. You can see individual leaves at a quarter mile. I mean, it just blows your mind. So what I wanted to show you about this camera was it can be very versatile, I hope. I hope it'll work in that regard. Zoom her back in here and turn it around. But I'm hoping, with a little bit of testing and everything, that I'll be able to use this camera almost every day, and I'll have the benefit of being able to zoom in at those kind of distances and take pictures up close. This thing has a macro adjustment too. I'll have to look into that a little bit more and see if I can. I mean, I'm going to look into that, and I'll add some of that stuff on the back of this video. Okay, so try to find some things to take video and whatnot of, or photographs of, and let's hope this camera is worth it. So, oh, it was $1,000. It was $99.99. Bought it at Best Buy. So, but there you go. Pretty. Quite the machine. All right, we did a little test footage here. Zoomed in on some airplanes. That was handheld with the airplanes. Zoomed in on the cattle, handheld. I'll have to get better at this. It does shake a little bit, but I think with a little practice I should be able to do a lot better. Get out of here, fly. Got some sweat bees hanging around. So what we've got here, I thought I'd grab the camera by hand, holding it like this. This is the way I will be walking around vlogging with it, and see how heavy it is, how it holds, and how it handles, so to say. Decided I'd put the microphone up on the top, find out what the audio sounds like on this camera. It might not be any good. This is with the VideoMicro. As you can see, this is how we've got her set up. Right here, we've got the VideoMicro, and it's plugged into the side, and that's all. This audio is off of the external mic. Now, there's a little breeze today, and you'd be hearing all the wind, you know, the wind buffering and everything. So let's see what it sounds like. This is the internal. This is the internal mic. I don't know. I can't hear it yet. We'll find out when I go back to edit this. But I'm hoping it's good either way. But if so, we always got the Rode VideoMicro shotgun mic. They're excellent mics. I think it was like a $50 mic, and it works great. So with all this said, I think I'm done with this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you want to find out more about this camera and how it works, just keep following the channel, and as I go through different videos here and videos there, you'll see that you know, some of the shots I get to make with this. So I guess that's about it. So see y'all later. Ciao. Bye.